So tonight I'm going to be working on YouTube's giving me a bitrate warning here. All right, well, we're just gonna go. I adjusted some settings today. I realized I was only streaming at like 720p in the previous streams, so I should be at like 2K now. But I gotta figure out all this bitrate stuff and what it's all supposed to be. Okay, well, we'll see how this goes here. So yeah, I'm going to be working on the budgeting app again, and the next part is working on some of the items. One sec here. All right, I'm gonna grab my to-do list. All right, so I'm gonna work on items show next, and that will then pave the way for items edit, which I'll actually do next. And then I can go in and work on these item new, finish that form. So I'll hopefully get through at least these two today, maybe get to the polishing up, start working on polishing up with the new form. So let's go here. So yeah, let's get things running. Actually, so RCSS is just like I have a alias set, and what that one's doing is it's running the command Rails tailwind CSS watch. So it's the equivalent of doing that, which basically just watches for any changes and rebuilds the tailwind or CSS, rebuilds your CSS because I'm using tailwind, and RS is just my alias for Rails server. And then we'll open up NeoVim. All right, so item show. I'm just gonna make sure I've committed my last changes, which I have not. All right, so let's commit that. That was item color helper for status color. And I will need to get to this here where I am basically I'm just like hard coding in a time zone right now. I need to set in a user time zone, so I'll need to add a column in for that. I'm just going to leave this as is right now. This was what is this here? That was item color. Some padding in there. and item show. Okay, so I'm just going to add that to the last commit, and we'll say item index margin changes. All right, so let's see where we are here. Got a bunch of overdue items. All right, that's right. So when I click on the items, there's been content missing. So what I need to do is hop into our item partial, and then so what's the issue is basically we have our link to the item. Where is that link? Right there. And since it's in a turbo frame, it's only looking to basically load or replace the content that's in this frame on the link click. So what I need to do is need to go data, we'll go turbo frame, and then top, which will perform a full page load here when I click on this. And now we're on item show. So we're now in this. So let's just work on some styling. And then once I get the styling in, I can work on the editing. I'm gonna use turbo frames for that again. And basically it'll just allow me to not have to, you can edit individual attributes without having to do a full page reload using these turbo frames. So let's go to here. So it's some initial status, the status icon, I have the name. I'm just going to kind of get rid of some of this. We'll go like that. Just paste it up here. And grab this is the item name. Just throw it here for a moment. And then the amount. Throw that over here. Okay. I'm going to wrap these in turbo frames. This will be the name. And same for this. This is the amount. All right, so for the status, I don't think I actually want just like a check item. I don't know what I want this to look like yet. I'm just gonna play around a bit here. I think I want this at the top. I think what I want is actually this in here. And the reason I want that is going to go like this, flex gap like 1. I'm going to add in turbo frame tag item, and we'll go icon, because I'm going to have the icon here. This music's a little intense. Let's change this here. No. Oh, that's what I just had. All right, we'll try this one. Okay, so yeah, so we're doing this, and then I'm gonna do the same thing as over here, but now I'm gonna go equals item.icon. So throw the icon in here. I don't have an icon for this one, so I'm gonna just add something in here. Go item.first cell phone, and then icon will set to phone item.save. There we go. All right, now what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to make this an H1. Change that to an H1. And let's make this, whoops. Make this bigger text, like 4XL. Let's see what that looks like. I'll make it bolder. Okay. Let's make the icon bigger. Class text 2XL. And nope, let's go bigger than that. Let's try 4. And then also I'm going to go items center. Maybe a little smaller. Sure, fine for now. One more of a gap maybe. Okay. Now, I'm gonna go this, and I'm gonna go grab from our index the border that, or the background that I use here. Okay, so we'll go okay. Grab this, throw this in here. Then I'm gonna go BG white. Okay. What do we have for our I want to use the same borders and stuff, so let's grab this. Okay. Probably make the text amount or the amount bigger, large. Okay, and then I think I actually want this to not be a flex, but, and no gap. We'll go grid. Maybe grid calls 5. And then put this here. We'll go call span 2. And call span 3. And then I should move this down here. And then we'll put, no, I don't want to do that. I want to go, we'll put the disable amount like that. And then fix this. Okay. I don't like the size of this thing, so let's go class MX Auto. Max width like 3XL with full. It's better. And then margin bottom 6. Okay. I don't like the font size of the amount. Let's reduce that a bit. Delete here. It's better. Let's go with this. Text gray 500. Maybe reduce the size of that, and then go here. Maybe uppercase. No, not uppercase. Small. It's better. Let's center this. Items center. Horizontal or vertically center that. Okay. I like that so far. Next thing to add here would be change the music because I don't like this either. Man, I need to find some different music to play because I'm kind of getting tired of the stream beat stuff. It was good for a while, but I've just completely murdered it with how much I've used it. Okay, so now we'll go, so we got our amount here. Let's do the same deal for payment date. And we'll want to make that more of a friendly date in a moment here. And then what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go due, because you have a payment date and a due date. And the whole thing with a payment date and a due date, why I have both a payment date and a due date is because if you have certain items that, you know, it's like some kind of payment where it's a credit card payment or something where you have to do a bank transfer and it takes some time for the bank transfer to go through. I like to do that in my personal finances. I don't know if other people like to do that. I know like the banks usually, or the companies usually give you like 3 to 5 days grace period, but I'd prefer just to like paid a few days earlier to make sure it gets there before the due date. So hence the reason for a payment date and a due date. So I'm gonna go like this in brackets so it's clear. Let's go like this, and then I'm going to, okay, let's do these highlights and go text gray 500. That works, and then I'll let you shrink that a bit. Okay, now I think I have, yeah, I have a friendly payment date already here, so let's use that. So we'll go friendly, whoops, payment date. There's a January 2nd, cool. Let's do the same thing for due date. Due date. And use that here. Oh. Friendly due date. There we go. Man, it's crazy how like music just like changes your work momentum. Like with this music now, I just feel like, so I'm gonna put something a little bit faster on. I kind of want to get stuff done tonight. I don't want to just chill here. Let's try Moonwalk. See what that's like. Nope, too slow. No, heard it a million times. Let's try Midnight. One of my like favorite kind of like playlist to put on when I'm working is the Cybertruck Rodeo. It's just like it gets you in the zone. But if I do that, then I'm gonna get hit by all these copyright thingies in YouTube, which happened in my last video. And then I had to like mute parts of the tracks. Okay, so I'm going to go up here, and below the heading, I'm going to add another div and go flex call, and then add in a gap, so it just auto gaps between all of these. I don't have to set margins for all of them. Too much. Actually, no, I don't want to do that at all. What I want to do is this. So I don't want the gap between them. I just want the border between them. Yeah. But okay, got payment date, a due date. What else do we have here? Amount, got that. Status. series category. So series is like a recurring event or item. So let's do this. I don't need a turbo frame for this one. I'm just going to grab that. Go series and delete this whole line. We'll go link to, now this isn't going to be working yet, so we'll just go view series, and it will be, we'll have a path just called like series path, and then we'll have the series ID, but just for now, because that route isn't set up yet, we'll go just like this. So it won't go anywhere, and then I'm going to go class underline. Let's make that a little smaller. Text small. Now I'll also want a category. This one I will want the turbo frame. And so we want category. And it should just show what the category is. Let's do it to there. So go item.category.name. I think I set up the category already. No. Unless maybe this item probably doesn't have a category. Unless I haven't set up the association yet. Let's just go here. So belongs to category is optional, so it is set up. But this item doesn't have a category, so it should. It needs to have a check here. Could do this. I think that will work, yeah. So I'm gonna go like that, or just return that there. So that's no category associated to it. What else? So we have category, we have series, we have status, icon, amount, payment and due date, direction, in and out. So I want that to be at the top, I think. Like this. Justify between to push them out to the edges, and then not meeting him there yet. So I want so we're doing the direction. So item direction. Okay, good. And then let's capitalize that. And then let's also color it. So I'm going to go to our item helpers, and we'll go item direction color. You know what? I'm going to change this to be item status color. So I'll need to go fix that one. Thinking about it. Let's go to item. status color. Okay, and then this will be the same idea here. I hate that autocomplete so much. It's not something I would ever use. I hit it every time. I need to figure out how to disable that because it's so annoying. Every time I try and do this, it gives me that. I don't ever want that. Just leave me alone. Okay. So we'll say in BG teal 500 out BG red 600, and let's go colors item dot direction, and then make sure we can pass the item in here. Okay, I haven't actually implemented it here yet, so I'm going to now make another div inside this, and this will go item direction color. And then I also want to go rounded, I don't know, maybe XL. Add some padding, P1. Let's just go like that. See how that looks. Okay, where's our roundedness? Rounded. Let's go like that. Let's go px2. Maybe drop that to 0.5. Maybe drop this to LG. And then also let's go text white. It's better. Maybe go full rounded. And go 4. Sure. Make it smaller text. Looks off-centered for some reason. It's probably the capitalization, so let's get rid of this and just go uppercase. Yeah, that's better. Okay, think I might want a little bit more vertical padding though. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I think I want to switch the order of this. And then I'll need some edit buttons and a status button. So I'm going to go to the bottom here. And add a button. Okay, so let's add another helper. Item status. Button label. So if the current status is in, and then we want to mark as unpaid, the current status is out, or no, the current status is paid, it's unpaid, then we want to mark as paid. Okay. Do the same deal here. Item dot status do sim. Then I'm also going to we'll say buttons value. So if it is paid, we're going to change it to unpaid. If it's unpaid, we'll change it to paid. All right, so let's go item status button label. That's a pretty long method name. And go so our path is going to be item status update, but we're gonna have to set up a specific route for this, I think, because if it uses the existing one, it's not gonna be what we want. We're essentially gonna do this item path. And method will be patch, and we'll add our classes in here. I want another one here. We'll call this status button color. considering I'm using this so many times here, let's go like this, status colors. That. Do I even need this? No. I'll just use status colors, so I don't even need the extra method here. Same thing for this. Actually, that's not true because I do want a different color. Okay, so and actually, item direction color out shouldn't be red. It should only be red if it's overdue. Right? I think. I think so. I'm gonna leave that as is right now, but I think that is what I want to do. Just trying to undo what I did here. So I don't actually reuse it the same way. So item status button color. We're gonna go colors. And then say unpaid color should be BG teal 500. Our paid status button should be, let's make it like white, I guess. BG white with a border. Maybe with a border. Border gray 400. Let's add a little check in there. So actually pull this out of here. And then go do class. So it's unpaid. I want to check it off. So let's go FA regular, FA check. If it's paid, we're kind of like unpaying it. I don't know. I don't think I'll have anything for that. Let's go that. Icons. Oops. Item status, button, icon, item. Yeah, it's decent. And probably want to add a little gap, center that. Maybe more of a gap. So that should do anything. It is. Okay. Padding's a little weird though. I need to take away some padding on the left. So let's go, whoops. Change that to be right only, then I'll PL4. Let's see what that looks like. Too much or too little. Okay, there we go. I'm not going to do hover background yet because then I have to make some more methods for that. I mean, it's not gonna, let's just do it. Don't be lazy. Don't be lazy. I can just go like this. Hover BG teal 600. hover BG, I don't know, gray 100. That's doing some weird stuff. Why'd I put the color in here? I don't need the color here. I don't like that color though. Go like that instead. It's better. Should probably do the same approach and make it brighter on highlight. Okay, good. Now, our icon at the top went weird here because we need to add in a flex, gap 2, items center. Make this gap bigger so they don't touch, and that's better. Okay, good. All right, we're almost at an hour here. I want to get some turbo frame stuff in before I sign off for the night. We've added the frames, but we haven't not actually doing anything with them yet. And that's kind of where the cool stuff is. So, okay. Do. Okay, yeah, let's do some of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to set up like an identical page here for edit. So let's go over to views, items. We have an edit page with nothing there. I'm going to grab everything here, paste that in. Let's get rid of this. And basically what's going to happen is I'm just going to be adding some links to these areas. So, for example, I'm going to add a edit button here. Let's do it. Do I want to change it from a grid then? Maybe. Flex. I'm going to go change your min width, like, I don't know, 32 or something. What does that look like? A little too small, 48. Okay. Probably a little more than that. But it also depends if we're on mobile or not, because if we're on mobile, going to be probably too much. So maybe we just go half. Let's go width. What is this? I think it's like that for half. Browser is not supported. That's so annoying. I'm not on an iPhone 12. Okay. Okay. I'm going to go, I want this to grow. And then I want this to be where our edit button is. So it'll link to, I'm probably just gonna like use a little pencil icon. I'm gonna go item path, no, edit item path, item, class, let's go like background, gray, 200, rounded, LG, width 8, height 8, flex, justify, center, item center, so everything's centered. And then let's go do, so we got block, and we can stick our icon in here, class, I think it's just like FA regular, FA pencil, font awesome. And close block. Okay. A little bigger than I'd probably want. Maybe go 6. Ooh, not that. And then make this text extra small. And then also text gray 500. No, let's go text white. And probably need to make that gray, that background gray, a little darker. Too dark. I don't know if I like that, but let's start with that. Okay. So now we have edit, and then I click edit, and you can see it's done something, and what it's actually done is it's loaded exactly what we have here. So if I do this, and just say something, if I go back here, click edit, we should get something. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick our form in here. So each of these attributes is going to have its own little form, basically. And this is how TurboFrames is awesome for this, because we're literally just loading this frame right here, instead of doing a full page reload. And yeah, so let's do it. Okay, so form with model, item. I don't think I need any of the URLs, so let's go like this, and then go, no, I need form. I go form, and I'm going to use a text field so that you can put a $sign in there if you need, well, if you just happen to. And it will be called amount. And I also want to wrap this in a flex, because I will need a submit button. Form.button to, and let's go class do there, and then going to do a little check mark. I class equals FA regular, FA check. Okay, and let's see what happens here. Didn't like this. Let's get rid of this for the moment. Undefined method button 2. Okay, it's just button. All right, so we actually have a text field here. Great. I want to change the styling of this a bit here. Probably do like background gray 100, so it's clear. Good. I want this to grow though, so yeah, I made changes here. So what did we do? We did width half. We did grow. And now I want this to also be full width. I want this to grow. I don't want this to grow. I want this to be a set height and width. So we'll go width 6, height 6. And I want the background to be teal 500. I want there to be some extra space in there. Let's make this smaller, text white. Okay. You know what? Let's do this. Let's just go padding X3. Okay. I think I want to round all this, go rounded, and then go overflow, hidden. Not sure why that got rid of our button. It's odd. I guess it's overflowing this because of our grow. It's overflowing. Okay, let's not do that for a sec. So it's not really, well, it is respecting our width because it's actually it's not respecting our width. Oh, we have our columns in place here still. Okay. Let's try this again here. Overflow hidden. Get those rounded corners. Yep. Let's add some padding into our text field, px2 maybe. Okay. Maybe a little bit of vertical padding. Good. Not sure I love how like bold this is, but we can always change that. Okay, so now let's actually just get the functionality working. So I'm going to go into the controller, item controller, let's check out our update. So current item, update items, redirect to item. That should all be good here. So let's just try it out. So if I go 82, yeah, there we go. So again, that's like how TurboFrames makes it easy, and it's nice too because, okay, so like right now the URL actually says edit, but we're not actually like looking at the editable fields, if I go here, you can see this is what it actually looks like. But if I go now, if I navigate to edit, we can see that this would still work. So it's like as a fallback if a user's browser doesn't support turbo frames and they can only click the edit button. So you can use it so that if they don't have JavaScript enabled on their browser, this will still work. And basically, once I get all these added here, it would just show all of these forms as, or all of these fields as editable form fields, which is definitely not the kind of the user experience you want, but it's there if it's needed. All right, cool. So I can go ahead and do this for the rest of them. Is there anything else I want to do here first? Don't really love the padding or anything, but I'm not going to be super picky about this stuff at this point. Just get this stuff working, and I can always tweak things. So yeah, I'm gonna get the rest of these working right now, I think. So I just need these two, payment date and category. And then for the title or the name of the item, like cell phone, I think what I'll do is I'll probably put a button right here, which would make it editable. Basically the same idea, just edit it right in the spot. But let's do payment date. Now, I guess the only thing is we have our payment date and our due date, which are actually two different columns in our items table. So how do I want to handle that? Do I want, when someone clicks edit, do you want to be able to edit both the due date and the payment date? Is that kind of confusing? Probably. Should I just have a separate line here for due date? I don't know. Maybe what I should do is I'll have a field that's like, changing the due date. I'll say due on, select your date, and then payment date will just be like a selector being like pay so many days before. So if I want to pay it 3 days before, I can just select that from here. That'll be the main idea when I end up finishing our new form. So like there'll be a button here that says, so this is actually should be, no, due date is right. And then I'll need another field called pay by or pay on, something like that. And it'll be like you select, do I want to pay it 1 day before, 0 days before, 5 days before? That's the idea. You know, I think I'm going to leave it at this for tonight. Categories also, there's a little bit more to it. Like, I mean, changing the amount was very simple. It's just using a text form. I mean, it's not much more difficult for categories. Basically, for categories, I will have a select field, which will then pull up the categories that a user has created that so show a field of all the different options that you can select for category. Yeah, so I think I need to actually implement the paydays before thing here first before I move on to the next things here. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a night here. If you've watched, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.